allows you to access your Google Nest Hello doorbell from your TV.
Wait, what time is it? No, he's here early. He can't see me like this. What do I do?
Always know who's at your door right from your TV. Dish, tuned in to you.
Breaking tonight, just in the past couple of hours, the Justice Department will not pursue investigations into COVID nursing home orders made by New York, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. The department making that announcement in a letter to House Minority Whip Steve Scalise. This means that the agency will not pursue an investigation into the controversial March 2020 nursing home order in New York State that has brought much criticism and scrutiny on Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo. The letter does not mention the reported ongoing FBI criminal investigation into the Cuomo administration's alleged withholding of nursing home data or his $5 million pandemic memoir book deal. The New York State legislature continues its multiple investigations into Cuomo. U.S. health officials are watching for signs of a possible outbreak of monkeypox, which is a milder version of smallpox that usually occurs in wild rodents and primates. Officials with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, are monitoring more than 200 individuals that may have had contact with a traveler who arrived from Nigeria earlier this month. That's according to a Baton Rouge, Louisiana television report. The individuals being observed are spread across 27 states and several foreign countries. They range from associates of the patient to fellow passengers on various flights. We have new exclusive video tonight of Texas law enforcement officers pursuing human smugglers along the dangerous southern border. Correspondent Bill Maluchin continuing his reporting from southern Texas.
Friday morning in Del Rio, Texas, a massive group of 250 migrants is walked through the border gate by Border Patrol and taken into federal custody. This group made up of people from all around the world, mostly Haitians, some from Africa, even one man from India. Several of the women were visibly pregnant, and many came with babies and small children. But these are all migrants who willingly turn themselves in. The ones in this vehicle are not. This is new video of a Texas state trooper pulling over an SUV driven by a human smuggler right here in Del Rio. As the trooper approaches, the smuggler floors it and takes off. The trooper pursues, and a short time later, the smuggler pulls off the road and bails out on foot. Illegal immigrants begin pouring out of the vehicle, some climbing over each other to escape. As the trooper chases down the driver, a seemingly endless amount of illegals continue spilling out of the vehicle, more than a dozen total. The trooper ended up catching the smuggler, but most of the migrants ended up getting away. New video also shows another DPS pursuit here in Del Rio, as a trooper chases a pickup truck full of migrants. This smuggler also footbails, as do his passengers who flee into the brush. They were all ultimately chased down and apprehended by state troopers, local law enforcement, and Border Patrol. In Del Rio today, Val Verde County Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez told us the situation at the border is only getting worse, and D.C. has to make a change.
It has to start at the administration level for it to slow down. The message has to get out. Policy has to change. People have to be sent back to where they're coming from.
And Brett, I know I sound like a broken record, but it's all day, every day out here. Take a look over my left shoulder right now. We have another group of migrants that has just shown up and walked up to the border gate here, waiting to be apprehended. Now, when it comes to those DPS pursuits, this is why Governor Abbott, sent deputies, DPS state troopers here to the border under Operation Lone Star. Since March, since he first launched that operation, there have been more than 470 pursuits involving state troopers out here. We'll send it back to you.
Bill Maluchin, along the border again. Bill, thanks. In tonight's Whatever Happened To segment, the terrorist prison at Guantanamo Bay. It is a place that has been both heralded and vilified since its modern-day use began almost 20 years ago. State Department correspondent Rich Edson has our story.
A vital asset in the global war on terror.
The first convoy of detainees departed en route to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
A stain on the United States human rights record.
And shutting down the facility has proven to be challenging.
Or just the least challenging of several difficult options.
But just how to go forward remains the source of a fierce ongoing debate.
The detention center at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, has been a source of controversy since it opened.
occupied Afghanistan. Now occupy cells at Guantanamo Bay.
Opponents say the prison represents the excesses of the war on terror, a facility outside the normal judicial system, indefinite detention, accounts of torture, and a massive cost. A 2019 New York Times report found the U.S. spent more than $500 million the previous year to operate the prison and court system there. At its peak, Guantanamo held nearly 700 detainees.
Guantanamo will be closed no later than 1 year from now.
8 years later, President Obama left office with 55 prisoners still at Guantanamo, after his administration failed to charge, transfer, or release enough suspects to close the facility.
They wanted to close it. I want to keep it open.
President Trump officially reversed the Obama policy, with his administration saying more than 17% of the prisoners released from Guantanamo re-engaged with terrorist organizations.
The Biden administration has transferred a Guantanamo Bay detainee.
In returning to the Obama administration's approach, this week the Biden administration transferred a detainee to Morocco, a move Republicans called dangerous.
The 40 people that were left on the day that Biden actually got into office, those 40 people are the worst of the worst. We can't just release those individuals.
39 prisoners remain at Guantanamo Bay, including Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the accused 9/11 mastermind. He's waiting for his trial to begin. The White House says the administration is considering all available avenues, though has no timeline for closing the facility.